Hey, what's happening? K Pasa, what's up? How's everyone today? On this particular episode, I'm going to take you into some self help knowledge, take you into some information that I promised I would take you into the last episode. And I said that I was going to speak about basically, essentially, astrology, but I want to speak about astrology from a perspective of helping you to understand it on a very mundane level. This is, astrology, but this isn't just, this is your horoscope and, today's going to be a very great day for you. You may expect to meet that special someone, or today you may attract, $50 to $100 extra in your bank account. This isn't that type of astrology. This is real live astrology to help you get out the mud, man. Help you get out this damn situation that you're in. You know you're not happy with yourself. Some people, I'm not projecting, but some people out there, deep down inside you're not happy with yourself. And you want to know what's holding you back. What's stopping you from going to the next level. And you know what's stopping you from going to the next level? At the end of the day, it's you. It's you, because the planets teach you that basically everything that happens in your environment is predicated upon the way your natal chart is set up, or the way that the planets are transiting in the sky in particular, and particularly the sun. The way the sun is transiting, or where the sun is transiting, which constellation it's transiting in, and different aspects that may be making. But that's all the technical aspect of astrology, so let's just take it down to the mundane. You are your own worst enemy. You gotta go to war with these fucking planets, man. You got to go to war with them, because the planets sometimes are your best friend, then other times they're your worst enemy. That's what you have to understand. This is how astrology works. So at the end of the day, you have to do the self-help work so that no matter what's going on with the planets, no matter if it's Mercury retrograde, which is Mercury retrograde now, or no matter if it's some type of eclipse that's getting ready to come up that's supposed to bring all this dark energy to the planet, no matter what type of shift is taking place, at the end of the day, you have to have yourself so in line and so in tune and know yourself so much that you can become a success. You want to achieve financial wealth and things of that nature. You want to have a beautiful partner or a relationship partner. You want a nice car. For some people that may want nice vehicles. You may want these things, but at the end of the day, you don't understand how to get there because of the fact that you have not done the self-help work. And that's what this episode is about. And I'm speaking particularly to conscious people. And this is how we're going to theme this episode based on this question. Why is it that, from what it seems, for the most part, I'm not saying this is, I don't like stereotypes, so I'm not trying to stereotype anything, but for the most part, why does it seem that people that are into art and creativity and things of that nature, but if they aren't conscious, like say for instance, secular people that are actors or entertainers or rappers or pop singers and things of that nature, and they talking about secular stuff, why are they more successful? But then why is it that you got all this information about the Metu Neter, the Kabbalah, all forms of astrology, studied all of these books, but you ain't got shit, man. You ain't got shit, woman. Why is it? Why is that? But then you got, people like Nicki Minaj that's using her sex appeal and things of that nature, and this chick got banked up, but then you going to work every day. And a lot of females going to get mad. Why are you saying Nicki Minaj? She's nothing but a high-class, high-paid slut. She slept her way to the top to get to where she was at. Look, it's a lot of women out there that look like Nicki Minaj that go to work every day. What makes her different? It's not just about how she looks. It's not just about how she looks. It's a lot of women out there that look like Nicki Minaj that go to work every single day and punch that clock. Why aren't they in the position that she's in? There's something going on with her mind. Every woman got a pussy. I'm just going to keep it real with you on this episode. Every woman got a vagina. Every man got a dick. Anybody can fuck their way to the top. So what makes it, it's more to it than that. Because you could say, well, it's just because they're willing to do whatever, to get to the top. There you just hit the nail right on the head. They willing to do whatever it takes within their self to get to the top, because at the end of the day, no matter how many times you've prayed to God, or no matter how many times you did rituals to the ancestors and poured libations and things of that nature, you just couldn't get what you want. You wanted, and that's because you still had barriers within yourself. You still had things within yourself that you couldn't get past. You weren't willing to do whatever it takes to get what you wanted or what you desire. And this is going to go into the meat of this particular episode. See, there's 4 devils. There's only 4 evils. And before I go into the 4 devils, I want to break down to you an acronym based upon what the devil means so you can understand why these people in Hollywood and television are achieving all this success and conscious people aren't. So you don't really know what the devil means. You say these people in Hollywood worship the devil. Well, there's an acronym to help you to understand the devil. This isn't what the term devil means. I know it means rebellious, but there's an acronym to help you to understand the meat of the devil, what's going on, how his realm or its realm, and how this energy functions. And the first letter of devil is desire. The second is evil. The third is violence. The fourth is ignorance. And the fifth is lust. This is the realm of the devil. This is how the devil operates. And the devil, as you know, was given dominion over the earth. The devil was cast into the earth according to your Bible and your scripture. So if you want earthly things and material things, guess what? You're going to have to play by the rules of the devil. And that's what people fail to realize. You're like, no, see, I ain't listening to this no more. I'm going back to church because you don't have to. I'm going to go back to the monastery, go meditate, because you don't have to do that. That's wrong. You said violence. You trying to tell me if I got to get violent to get what I want, then basically I'm going to have to go outside of my comfort zone. If I want that car, I'm going to have to go and kill somebody, go get violent to get what I want. That's wrong, Ram Hotep. You promote violence and you're supposed to be a spiritual teacher. Listen here, man. This is what you fail to realize. This is the realm of the devil. I didn't say that you had to go out there and commit violent acts, but you have to feed into the devil and people if you want to get material things and become successful. You have to feed into the dark side, the evils of people. You may be a spiritual teacher, but all you do is talk about numerology, and all you do is talk about all these high metaphysical topics and how people are suppressed on the planet and how much the bankers then took over the planet Earth, and and the Antichrist is coming. You want to talk about all of this type of stuff. But then at the end of the day, you don't want to appeal to the violent nature that man has, that woman has. These people eat meat. And meat, they slaughter animals, you see, to get this meat and this sustenance from these particular animals. They murk these animals. This is a violent act. And this is what you are going to have to appeal to. That part of a person's nature is what you're going to have to appeal to as far as the violence part of this particular acronym to get what you want. So that's why I'm bringing up violence or whatever. So you're going to have, when I say appeal to it, that means that you are going to have to get a person's attention by, say, for instance, you want to get a person's attention. You may not be a violent person, but you're trying to make some money and things of that nature, right? So you may put out a violent film. You may be a good writer or something like that. And you may want to do film. So you may have to get into gory, violent films, which is going to get a lot of people's attention because it's killing in the movie. And all of you guys, I don't care how conscious you are, you watch those killing movies. So stop being fake, man. That's what I'm getting at. You're going to have to appeal to the particular movie, this violent movie that's got all this killing and stuff like that in it, and make this type of movie. And then at the end of the day, you're going to have to put a lesson at the end of the movie. You're going to have to get there. See, the devil is just, you got to give the devil bait. If you want to get these devils money, you call yourself a spiritual noble Natiru. I'm a deity. I'm a god. My name is Sekim. My name is Horus. My name is this. You got all these high deity names or whatever, and you're not gonna get anything on the material side of things appealing to that particular aspect of people's nature because that part is so dormant. People ain't even really on that. That part is so dormant. This is why people can go out and make a song about killing people, doing this and that, and they get money. Lust. Let's go into lust. Because lust, I said, was a part of the acronym. And lust is the same thing. You want to make it somewhere, and you want to do something, but you got to get a person to desire what you want. Even salespeople use these particular tactics. You got to get them to lust after what you want. So if I'm selling you something, if I go knock on your door, knock, 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 I want to see if you want to buy this Twinkie. You going to pull the Twinkie out and put it in their face and let them see it. And they're going to get hungry, and they're going to look at the colors. It's yellow or orange is color, and it's appealing. And they're like, you know what, I do want one of those Twinkies. But say you had the Twinkie behind your back, and you're like, knock, knock, knock. I want to see if you want to buy some of my Twinkies, but you got your hands behind your back, and the person can't see the Twinkie. Guess what? They're not going to buy it. That's what you guys better realize. They're not going to buy it because they can't see it. They can't lust after it. People lust taps into our vision, the eyesight aspect of us. So this is what women use, that when they use their sex appeal and things of that nature, they use that. That's just a forefront. Nicki Minaj is intelligent. These women a lot of women are intelligent, smart, beautiful women. They just using that to get you to want it. So they're going to come out with a little cleavage for the job interview, you know, show a little cleavage. They know it's a man interview, or even if it's a woman interviewing them. Women, they like to look at women too. Keep it real, women. You like looking at women. So they're going to show a little bit of cleavage and come smelling good, you know. And then they're going to appeal to you from the lust aspect so that they can get that job. But say, for instance, it's a beautiful woman. She's beautiful and all of that, but then she comes with all black on, covered up, and looking very unattractive, and, you know, or hiding her attraction. Not that that's unattractive, but hiding her appeal. And just everything's covered up, and, you know, and she got on all black, and that's not attracting, you know, to the particular person doing a job interview or whatever. So they may not realize it's subconscious. See, astrology works on a subconscious level. All of these things about the devil link into the Venus part of your natal chart. All of this that I'm talking about is locked into Venus. Just so you'll know that. So that's not attractive to a particular person that's doing a job interview. This is not appealing to their Venus. Venus is magnetism and appeal and tastes, the senses. This is not appealing to their senses if you come cloaking yourself or hiding yourself. There's a format for that, but not when you talk about getting something on a material level. You got to feed into the devil aspect of people. You got to do it. At the end of the day, some people sell stuff based upon saying that they got raped, and they become a famous book writer because they were raped as a child, and they were molested as a child, and then they turn out to be this famous book writer. People want to hear about their story, not even realizing that that's feeding into the violent aspect of people's nature. People like hearing about that. But say, for instance, you write a book talking about even something that I talk about, like karma. How many people are really going to like buy that book at the end of the day? It's not going to be probably a bestseller. Just keep it real, because you're just talking about karma. You're not talking about violence. Like David Icke, when he wrote The Reptilian Agenda, that sold a lot of books. I'm sure it did. Why? Because there's a lot of violent shit in that book. He's talking about sexual predators. He's talking about people eating, drinking blood, getting raped, doing all of this dark, evil stuff. People want to hear about that. That's what they want to hear about. So you got to be, you conscious, right? But you got to put your spin on it. You see, you got to appeal to the dark side. What's another acronym we said? Desire. This is how you get the person to desire what you want. I mean, what you have to offer. This is how you're going to get any type of money on the material side of this matrix. Envy. You see, you may say, well, why would you want a person to envy you? This is what they do. This is what people that drive around in big-ass BMWs and dope boys and shit rolling up with big-ass BMWs and 24-inch rims and all, you know, and they got haters and niggas want to get at them and rob them and all that so bad. But guess what? At the end of the day, people respect them. They like, damn, you got one of them. How you get that? They really envy them. Envy is just when you not just want what somebody has, but you want to be this person. It's just like, damn, like he get out the car, he got all his swag, you know, and you know, he get out the car, he's smelling good, got a bad lady on his arm. You just like, I want your whole lifestyle. This is what a lot of life coaches use, people that sell money. That's what I call it. These self-help people that sell money, and they got like, they doing videos, and you see their house, they got this big-ass immaculate house. It's like a mansion. And they got all these statues that cost like $50,000 a piece in the background and all of that. Guess what? They're appealing to the envy part of your nature. You envy them. This is why you follow them and want to be them. And you listen to them. And they tell you, guess what? Last week I was, 2 years ago I was broke. You know these guys that sell real estate or whatever. I was broke living in my parents' house, and then next thing you know, I got an opportunity to sell this real estate. And now look at me. And then they show you their BMW. And then you looking at the back of their house. Now look at me. And then they show you one of their paychecks. Last month I generated $40,000. And they're sounding all proper professional, but at the end of the day, they're making you envy them, man. Like, keep that shit real. And it's just like the dope boy that's rolling up on 20-inch rims. It's just that they got more appeal. Their vernacular is more impeccable, you know, and they sound a little bit more intelligent or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's the same game. They feeding into the devil. See, I'm giving you the root. These are jewels and lessons. They feeding into the devil part of people. You know, the unseen part of people, making people want things and making people desire things. Even a drug dealer does it. You see, the first time you come trying to get some drugs, they like, look, for you drug heads out there, because I know there's a lot of people addicted to drugs, they like, here, you can take the drugs for free. Like, because I took it, man, this is what it did for me, man. It had me feeling boom, boom, boom. It had me feeling like this, that, and that. And that's going to feed into the lust part of you and the envy part of you. It had me feeling like, man, I was with my woman after I took this drug or whatever. Me and her was fucking for like 8 hours straight. You know, after I snorted this cocaine or whatnot. Just try it out, man. Like, you're not performing right with your woman. It's going to make you, you know, more sexual, and it's going to make you turned on a lot more if you take this particular drug or whatever. So take this drug, and then that appeals to your lust part of you. You're like, word? Okay, let me take this drug. You see, it's the same thing with a particular female that desires someone else's man. It's the same thing. That's based on envy. You know, and these females, and they desire, they didn't want that man when the man was single and he didn't have anybody, but then he got a female on his arm, and then they want that man now. That's envy. That's because it's not just the fact that the man, you know, in and of himself, it's not just about the man in and of himself or whatever, but it's the whole idea of what she's thinking, like, okay, so what, you know, the unknown, like, what makes her want him? Type of a thing. Like, why does she want him? Is there something going on with him in bed or something? Because, like, before, you know, didn't really have any women or whatever. Why does she want him? So I want that. And then she's smiling every day and coming out and doing this and that for him and that, and, you know, and taking him out to eat, and they're going places and doing this and doing that. That's envy. You like, I want a piece of that. I want a taste of that. You see, so everything in this society when it comes to material things is linked into these four devils. You know the four devils: lust, envy, jealousy, and hate, which is what I covered here. So if you want to get something in life, you gotta be smart, man. You gotta know how to finesse these planets. Put it that way. You know, you gotta have some so-called, I don't like using this term, you know, because it's outdated, but you gotta, you know, have a little bit of swag when it comes to astrology. You can't just read about your natal chart on some geek type shit. Like, okay, I know I have Mars in the 8th house and X, Y, and Z. Okay, so what does that mean about me and X, Y, and Z? And then you're trying to use this stuff that's in your natal chart, or not even just in your natal chart. If you know the sun is in Virgo or Leo or wherever the sun is, it's in Virgo right now, you know the sun is in Virgo, but appeal to the sun. Appeal to the sun in Virgo to get what you want. You got to work your hand. You see, and that's what people don't really want to do. You got to come out your comfort zone. And that's what I'm going to talk about on the next episode. So, self-101, basic knowledge, but a lot of people aren't hip to it. You got to ask yourself, you could say, well, this video isn't useful or whatever the case may be, but are you one of those broke conscious people? Do you have as much money as you want? Do you have the type of car you want? Are you happy at the end of the day? Now, some people are like, this video doesn't apply to you. I'll say this and I'll shut down. If you are the type of individual that is kind of more into the spirituality concept of detaching, which is going into the 7th chakra of detachment, where you like, I'm not trying to have any things, material things. I'm trying to let everything go. I don't want to be a part of this world. I want to go just meditate, you know, and I'm more internal and just, you know, that's what I'm into. Then this doesn't apply. That's truly the path you're on, then this doesn't apply to you. This is for people that have knowledge, spiritual knowledge and things like that, but they have desires, material desires. If you really overcame, there are people like that. If you are, you know, on the path of just detachment and releasing and things of that nature, and you're like, I don't care how much money I have, you may took a vow of poverty or something like that, then that's cool. This is not for you, but this is for the person that wants something, that wants to get something out of life. And whatever, anything you want, you got to appeal to the devil, the dark side of a person's nature to get what you want, because the devil was given dominion over material things. You see, because these go into material things are linked into the lower chakras, the sacral chakra, the root chakra. You know, the hidden aspect of the part that ties into your sexuality. So, I hope that helped. Go ahead and shut this video down. Be looking out for part 2. Self-help, astrology self-help 101. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Till next time, peace.